Hello, everybody, and welcome to Volume 3, Episode 9 of the Talent Show powered by TTEC. I'm your host today, Jennifer Nelson. We're here every other Thursday, if you didn't know, at Eastern Time to focus on TTEC's most valuable assets. It's talent. Those are the people that bring the skills, the drive, the life to TTEC. After all, people are at the heart of TTEC, the human experience elevated. Sometimes those slogans miss me a little bit, but really, we're so happy to be here talking about the amazing people behind the scenes here at TTEC. So, I want to know where you guys are in the world. I want to know what's going on with you today. It's Thursday here in sunny North Florida. I've moved from South Florida to North Florida now. It's pretty warm. Humidity is cranking up, and I can only imagine across the United States or wherever you are in the world, the weather is changing. Maybe it's summer, maybe it's winter if you're in Australia, but I'd love to know where you guys are in the world. So drop it in the comments. Like to know where you are, what's going on with you. We have, and as we go along, Houston, hi, Jim. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. And as we go along, I'll make sure to shout out you guys and say hello, because I always love seeing where you guys are from. I love our India team, hearing where they're from and what they're doing. And we have people in Krakow, Poland. We have people in the Philippines always. I love hearing from people all around TTEC, all around the globe. Hello from Mexico. Hello from India. Yay! See, I love it. Oh, Montreal. Bonjour. In my worst French ever, I promise. Hello from Colorado. Of course, where our TTEC headquarters is in Inglewood, Colorado, or close by. Hello from Washington. Hello from Virginia. I lived there not too long ago myself. Oh, there's a name that I do not know, Alex. I need a lesson, or is that Athens? And then just some flags. Oh, I can't see it in the comments, but Athens, great, thank you. Today is, at least on the United States side, is a very special show, especially for me as a U.S. Army veteran. We're actually talking and celebrating Military Spouse Appreciation Day, which is tomorrow. And then throughout the month of May, it's Military Spouse Appreciation Month. As I said, as a veteran, I've always thought that the hardest job is actually to stay behind while your significant other is out training, is unfortunately doing some military exercises. So I've always thought that that was the hardest job while I was going out and doing different things. And because of that, today I'm talking to a military spouse with TTEC. She's very ambitious. She has some amazing leadership skills. She's very comfortable here on camera. And I've really enjoyed meeting her behind the scenes. And I can't wait to share her remarkable story. So just a little background information on our guest. Brooke Gideon is our guest. She started with TTEC back in 2017 as a temporary licensed healthcare agent, and that's about to open. Those opportunities are about to open this summer. They're usually seasonal, but she worked her way up, and I'm going to let her tell those amazing insights. As a military spouse, she actually heard about TTEC through the Airman Family Readiness Group, which helps spouses and families get some information, have a place to come back to, get together and understand what's going on. And since then, her career's never been the same. So I'm going to welcome Brooke onto the show finally. And you all will get to meet her in her lovely locks and her beautiful blondish hair. I love it. I love
appreciate it. Hides the grays.
We hide those. You're far enough on the camera.
Nice to meet you.
It was nice to meet you too. And I've really enjoyed behind the scenes talking and getting to know you. And I'm so glad that everybody else gets to know you now. And on that note, I'd love to hear a little bit more about your journey with TTEC and maybe a little bit about what you do now.
Yeah, absolutely. So I have been very blessed with TTEC. As you said, Airman Family Readiness Center, they are the ones who actually connected me with TTEC in the first place. I came in as a licensed agent, temporary, and stayed actually after the season to work throughout the year. Within my first 6 months, I got promoted over to licensing to help ramp up for the next season to get everyone licensed for our pre-licensing classes, as well as getting people licensed in however many states that are required. After that, I actually got lucky, got pregnant with my daughter right after that season. So went back, worked as an agent again during the off season, went on maternity leave, and came back straight into licensing again. When I came back from my maternity leave, I had the ambition of, I'm going to move into leadership. So I made that very clear to my manager when I first came back of, hey, by the end of this season, I'm moving up. So we really spent a lot of time, even on iAspire. That's something within TTEC people learn about, to apply for new jobs, looking at new positions. And I actually found one with a pretty sweet, I would say, pretty sweet team, pretty cool client to work with. Moved into a manager 2 role. I've had the chance to work directly with multiple clients in my time, and just the training that I've gotten in leadership is just unparalleled from anywhere that I've been. It's just, they truly prepare you. We have so many resources and actually courses available to where we can really help shape leaders. You don't have to come in knowing everything, which is one of my favorite quotes. I mean, a lot of people say you don't know what you don't know. TTEC is really great at teaching you. So I've been very, very lucky.
I love having this conversation because oftentimes on our talent show here, we'll have directorates or people that are talking, or directorate level employees or executive officers, and they talk about the programs that they're instilling and the strategies going forward. But you're such a great example of what it actually looks like on a daily basis. And again, your success story that, you know, some women will look at coming back from maternity leave and have a challenge going into the workplace, but you grabbed some ambition, used the assets with you at TTEC, and moved up into an even better position. And I love to see that. I think the resilience you have is one of the best things about that I've interacted with in military spouses. But as we're appreciating the day, sometimes appreciation takes recognizing the challenges. So as a military spouse, I'd love you to give some better context to everybody. What are some of those challenges that military spouses face?
I'd say one of the biggest ones is the flexibility. You know, I have a daughter, she's young. So with my husband working on base, he doesn't have access to a phone during that time. In case of emergency, it has to be me. So I've been lucky that I've had very understanding managers throughout TTEC to where if I needed that time to go address something, I absolutely can. Everyone has always been super understanding, even working from home. You know, my daughter's been home with me, so it's not always easy, I would say. I don't think anyone doesn't have their funny stories of kids while working from home, you know, painting the walls, all that stuff. But eventually you get your routine in there. And that's where TTEC has been super understanding while I make that adjustment, especially with working from home. It is not easy for a lot of people, but TTEC is very patient with you. That's one of my favorite parts about it. And that's what keeps me here.
Yeah, I think you even segued into the next question that I had for you, if TTEC is a good place to work as a military spouse. I think you talked about the flexibility is one of the challenges, but then here at TTEC, flexibility is one of the perks. It's one of the best things about it. Is there anything else that you think makes TTEC a great place for military spouses to work?
Yes, absolutely. So one big thing is we move a lot. Luckily, TTEC has so many positions open throughout the US and as well as other countries to where if we needed to move, maybe we move to a different position. There's so many open within TTEC. and a great opportunity to learn new skills. We have a lot of remote positions to where if you needed to move, you can just go, which has been really helpful. You know, I've been able to move around and move into different roles within TTEC that I would not have been able to do unless I were remote.
Yeah, and I don't know if you see the comments, but people are definitely asking if there are remote positions with TTEC. Yes, there are. There are a ton of remote positions, somewhere between 60 and 120 on the corporate side at any given time. But then there's also starter positions like Brooke did to get in the door, licensed healthcare agents, some other customer service roles, some sales roles. So absolutely, there are a lot of remote opportunities that give you the flexibility of your workspace, to balance life better, but then also the ability to move around, which is one of the things I always hear from military spouses. As we start to wrap up this portion, I really appreciate you being here, Brooke. Like I said, as a veteran and being on active duty, I always thought it was the hardest job to be a spouse and be a family member, to be left behind, and to hold down the fort so often. So I'd like to thank you for all you've done to bring balance to your own life and really support your now veterans. So thank you for being here and thank you for what you've done.
Thank you. I'm happy to join. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. So I hope now that you've heard from some of the leaders that we have here at TTEC about our training, and then talking with Brooke, who has moved up throughout TTEC on her journey, that you're a little inspired to come work with us. I'm going to show you now some of the hot jobs we have available, some of the, honestly, some of the great jobs that we have for military spouses. And then I have a shout out for a job in the Philippines. And I see that some people are in the Philippines today. So thank you for joining. Thank you very much for sharing my screen. I appreciate it. So introduce you to ttecjobs.com. That's always the first place to go. And for our first job, it's our customer service in luxury retail. So what I did at TTEC Jobs is I just went into the search box and typed in LUX to start luxury. It's a very good, smart search feature. So as simple as that, you can get a little bit of a better understanding on our luxury retail customer service job. If you consider yourself a fashionista and passionate about exquisite personal service, this luxury retail position may be right for you. In this role, you support customers of an iconic global luxury retail brand. You'll make use of your fashion sense and appreciation for exceptional service to help those exclusive customers to shop, resolve questions about their orders, and resolve issues with white glove treatment. I love that. I love some of these write-ups. They make me happy. Also, as I know, we probably have quite a few military spouses here, and I want to reinforce what Brooke said, is that we do have a ton of remote opportunities. Back over at TTEC Jobs here, this is how I search every day. You use the parameters remote, and we have many of them in the job title right there. And then the United States here. If you're in the United States or if you're somewhere else in the world, use a different country. And all you got to do is hit search. And this is going to populate the globe. And then it'll also show the listings. Right now, in the United States, here today, we have 102 job listings that in the title say remote. And I feel the most confident about talking that those are remote opportunities when they're in the title. So I just wanted to show my appreciation to military spouses and give you the step-by-step guide on how to find a remote opportunity with TTEC. This is what I do every day. This is what I share with partners, and it definitely can work for you. I know we have some people internationally, global, and for those of you that are in the Philippines, we have a remote opportunity that is our honorable mention today at Hot Jobs. So what you'll be doing as a senior financial analyst is under general supervision. This position will be responsible for planning and forecasting client profitability and new client business. A successful candidate, which I know there are plenty of you out there, will demonstrate a strong ability to work independently, to produce and communicate financial analysis, at the executive level. So that's a little teaser. This you can search by senior financial analyst role. You can search by remote and the Philippines. There's a lot of great options with ttechjobs.com to find any kind of role you're looking for. All right, so we've gone through, we've talked about the hot jobs. We've met Brooke, who's an amazing military spouse working at TTEC. And now it's time to let you know about what's going on with our next show and say goodbye. I really appreciate everybody being here. And that's it. I hope you enjoy the talent show powered by TTEC, because TTEC is powered by our people and our talent. I want to take a moment to thank Brooke Gideon again for joining us and show my appreciation as a military spouse. Also, everyone behind the scenes that works very, very hard to make this happen. We couldn't do this without somebody being amazing as a producer. And then again, to everybody from Washington to India to I saw Indianapolis and Argentina. Thank you very much for being here. We will see you again in 2 weeks on May 19th. Have a great day.